Yeah, you're damn right I'm going to say it. Long live the king! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dave Cave. I, as always, am Dave. Now, obviously, we are talking Godzilla 2, King of the Monsters. But before we go any further, please consider hitting that subscribe button to stay on top of all things horror and heroes that comes fresh out of the Dave Cave. So, real quick, before we get into the guts of it, Godzilla, King of the Monsters, directed by Michael Dougherty, stars Vera Farmiga, Kyle Chandler, and Millie Bobby Brown as the Russell family. And that's really the human component. You get the emotions, the drama out of that family unit. You get other characters in there. You got Thomas Middleditch, you got Zhang Ziyi, you have Ken Watanabe returning as Dr. Serizawa. You have faces that you will recognize throughout this movie, so that's nice. It gives it kind of a weight to it. Nobody really doesn't matter, which is kind of nice. Nobody really seems throwaway. There are obviously throwaway characters, but the faces that you will recognize throughout the film, solid faces. Now, for those of you that haven't seen the movie, King of the Monsters takes place about 5 years now after the events of the 2014 movie. And actually, kind of like how Batman vs. Superman starts with Bruce Wayne seeing Superman fighting Zod, you kind of get that kind of start where it starts in 2014 and then you skip to now, which kind of brings them completely all together. And then, yes, there is a lot of mention of Kong, which doesn't detract. All it does is add, and it doesn't affect really much of anything in the ongoings of the movie. It's just nice little things to hear here and there throughout it. So keep an ear out for that. Okay, now that that stuff is out of the way, those of you that follow me on Twitter know that I was not able to see this movie when it was released this past Thursday. I was out of town, and Tuesday night was the first time I had a chance to go out and see this movie. So in that gap of days, I saw a lot of what people thought about this movie. I wasn't trying to, but it was everywhere. I had people saying they loved it. I had people saying they're so far up their asses, they don't know what's going on with this film, that this film is a mess, and all it is just monsters fighting. And I have other people saying, yeah, it is only monsters fighting, but that's okay. And I try really hard to not go into these movies with anything in my brain. I try to go in as fresh ears, fresh eyes, fresh-brained as I can. It was damn near impossible to do that for Godzilla. And right now, I'm going to tell you, I don't know what most people are thinking about this movie. It is a solid movie all the way around. All the way around. The monster fights are spectacular. The effects on Ghidorah and Rodan and Mothra and Godzilla and the other titans that show up, everything looks amazing. The battles are awesome. Visually, the audio, the music, which had a little bit of a tone from the Dragon Ball Super Broly Gogeta stuff, if you watch that stuff. There's a lot of talking about Godzilla in the soundtrack, talking about Mothra in the soundtrack. It was very cool. Added a extra to the fights. So you have a lot of just spectacular fights in this movie. There are a lot of them. It drives the movie. The movie is about the contest of these kings and who is basically fighting for the life of this planet. You have Ghidorah and you have Godzilla and you have these other ones that you have seen, and you have them trying to fight for dominance over this planet. This movie is about a fight. It would be like being mad that Mortal Kombat has too many fight scenes in it. That's what you're going to get. But one of the main problems I've been hearing people say is that the character development is crap. No, it isn't. Not even close. I completely understood the family dynamic, why things were going the way they were going. Sure, some characters make some choices, and you're like, oh, don't like you. But it makes sense. Nobody makes a choice that doesn't make sense when you break it down and think about it. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything, and I'm not going to say who does what or how or why or what happens in this movie. But to give you an idea, when Madison, Millie Bobby Brown's character, makes a choice, I got it. I understood it. When Kyle Chandler, Mark, does what he does, you get it. Vera Farmiga, I got her. I understood it. I get these characters. It makes sense. What happens with Serizawa and everything he does through the course of the movie, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. I don't understand at all how people didn't like the characters in this movie. The actions that these characters take and the impact that those actions have on the story and the world, they make perfect sense. The things that happen in this movie happen because of the people. You can't have, to a degree, sometimes there's chain reactions and things happen because things happen, and Godzilla takes, does what he does, or Ghidorah does what he does, and that's fine. You're going to get moments like that because obviously you can't have a fully person-driven Godzilla movie. It's a damn Godzilla movie. Obviously it's going to be about Godzilla. So that's fine. But where the people needed to come in, it made perfect sense. Where they needed to come in to drive the story, they were there. They were there perfectly for it. So I really don't understand where the hate is coming from for this movie. I cannot wait to own this movie and put it up on the wall. I can't wait to watch it again. It was a beautiful spectacle. It was a great summer movie. It was exactly what a Godzilla movie should be. I can't wait for Kong versus Godzilla, which is coming out next spring, I believe it is, 2020. Can't wait. It's already been filmed. It's in the barrel ready to shoot off. Hell, I'll take it in December. I can't wait. I love this version of Godzilla and what they're doing with it. Everything made sense to me. It was a great Godzilla movie. I went in because, like I said, it's very hard to stay away from a movie for 5 days, especially one like Godzilla where everyone's not trying to keep their mouth shut about it. You get kind of an expectation. So I went in expecting, okay, it's going to be basically kind of like 2014, because a lot of the problems I was hearing about this movie were a lot of problems a lot of people had with the 2014 movie. And if you've seen my review for the Godzilla 2014 movie, I love the hell out of that just as much. And if you've watched my trailer reactions, I've been excited as hell for what this movie was going to be because I got a feeling of what I thought it was going to be. And it was just what I thought it was going to be before all of the negative crap came out about this movie. I loved this movie. I had a great time. If you are on the fence at all and enjoyed even a little bit of the 2014 film, go see this movie. Absolutely, go see this movie. I don't care that there will probably be 7 people in the theater with you. There were about 7, maybe 8 in the theater with me. Go see this movie. It's a hell of a good time. It will hold you over until any kind of whatever comes out. I know Phoenix is coming down the pipe. Skip Phoenix. Go see Godzilla. I haven't even seen Phoenix yet. Skip Phoenix. Go see Godzilla. It was a hell of a good time. Very well done. The story made sense. The characters are perfectly fine. Don't even worry about that. The special effects are amazing. And one quick little thing about the way this movie was shot. Something I enjoyed so much about the 2014 Godzilla was that sometimes you get the cinematic shot. Sometimes you get Ghidorah and Godzilla. Sometimes you get the big wide, like the hero shot. Sometimes you get the person shot where you see it from their perspective and you see just how monstrous these bastards are. I love that. I love that there was a mix of sometimes the shots from the person, sometimes the shots from the air, sometimes the shot is, like I said, the cinematic shot. Sometimes it's really close and you can basically smell Godzilla. I thought it was very well shot. It captured the energy, captured the just pure badassness of these monsters. Very well done. Very, very well done. For a Godzilla movie, no, I'm not even going to preface that. For a summer action movie, this movie does it for me. Absolutely does it for me. Go see it. You will have a hell of a time. Don't listen to the hate. And when you do go see it, wait until after the credits. Absolutely wait until after the credits. There's an after credits scene, and especially those of you that are Godzilla fans, you are going to shit. If you miss that there is an after credits scene, or you just want to know what it is, stick around until after my send-off. I'll tell you exactly what it is. Because Oh, yeah. And now that you know what I think, I want to know what you think down in the comments below about Godzilla King of the Monsters. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Was it kind of meh? Do you think we don't need any more Godzilla movies? We're getting one anyway, so get used to it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you thought of the movie. Do you think the characters were shit? Do you think the characters were good? Do you think the monsters were crap? Do you think the monsters were amazing? Tell me in the comments below what you thought of this movie, because I'm hoping, really hoping, that there are more sleeper people that love this movie just like I did. Let's kill the hate. Alright, well that is going to do it for me today. If you enjoyed the video, of course, don't forget to like and share, and be sure to check me out on Instagram and Twitter at @TheDaveCave_. I post over there when I am not posting here. And for those of you that are getting out of here and don't want to hear anything about what the after credit scene is for King of the Monsters, thank you so much, as always, for stopping by the Dave Cave. I will see you all very soon. You guys rock. Take care. Now, for those of you that are sticking around, we're going to start this little after party in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. A little bit of spoiler time. So, the kind of branch off of Monarch goes back to Isla Del Mar at the very beginning of the movie when Ghidorah and Godzilla fight, and Godzilla rips Ghidorah's head off, right? And then he grows it back, and you're like, oh shit, well, this guy's basically indestructible. They have the head. They have Ghidorah's head. And Jonah and his crew go, and they find this head, and they basically say that they're going to buy it. What that teases, for those of you that don't know, is I'm sure you've heard of Mechagodzilla. It's basically like Pacific Rim. But what it's seeming that they're going to do with this off branch of Monarch is make Mecha Ghidorah. And holy shit, was that not on my radar. But I am so ready for it. I am so I think it's going to be awesome to bring him back, because then that brings in a whole just plethora of just insanity of what this universe can become. You can get Mechagodzilla. You can even maybe get a spliced Mechagodzilla, where you kind of have the human race fix Godzilla and keep him going. Just my little thought. Okay, so now we're really getting out of here. Thank you so much for sticking around for an extra little bit to talk about the after credit scene for Godzilla King of the Monsters. You guys are awesome. I will see you all very soon. Take care. You rock.